going to check on my Facebook channel to see if we are live, because I'm rather hoping that we have managed to get there with Restream. Yes, we are, Ariane. We are live. Okay. The next thing I need to do is people need to give us a thumbs up if they can hear us. Okay. Because this is the first time we've ever streamed live from Restream. So we're not 100% sure what's happening. I've got somebody watching us. If you're watching us live on Facebook at the moment, can we please have a big thumbs up if you can hear us? Because if you can't, we're going to abandon this and move on to plan C, whatever that might be. Not getting any comments at the moment.
No, and I'm not even seeing.
Let me just turn my sound out to see if I can hear us on. Yeah, no, I think they can hear us. Right, we've got 3 people watching, Ariane. I'm going to start at the beginning. So, I'm just going to repeat what I said about 5 minutes ago. I spend, like a lot of us, a lot of time on social media. I see women that I know are my age, but they look about 30 years younger. And I know that's because I have quite good genes. I know that's Botox. I know it's fillers. In my head, I know to completely ignore that I am real and they are not. Obviously, I don't want their trout lips, but I just would love to have some tips, and I'm sure all the ladies would love to have some tips on how to achieve a slightly younger looking face. I'm just going to have a quick move around because obviously this was set up to go live on Facebook and not this, and I can't see any questions at the moment, but hopefully, Ariane, you might be able to see questions coming up on your screen. I don't know. If we can't see the questions, what we'll do is we'll go through them afterwards.
Okay, I have got it. Okay, so Michaela said, I can't see or hear anything. Ali says, I'm watching and I can hear you. Yay. Good. And then I've got Joanne. Thank you. So hopefully, Michaela, you can see us in a minute and we can all okay.
It will come through. I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're just going to have to crack on, I think. Fingers crossed. For a bit of a rewind.
You can save this, can't you?
For a bit of a rewind, for those of you who didn't join us on Ariane's Instagram channel last week, we've both been in the wars as well. And we had quite an interesting chat about how much our skin has changed and our colouring. And perhaps you could just very quickly run through that, Ariane. For those ladies, Chantal's just broken her ankle. Can you believe it?
Oh.
So for those ladies who might be recovering from a trauma like Chantal and I, a major illness like you, or just have a bit of a cold, talk through about how you can just make yourself feel and look slightly better before we move on to the contouring.
Well, yeah, what I would like to do is do that one because we had such a positive response on my Instagram. People resonated with it. We get colds. We have long-term medication that we have all sorts of things. Who would have thought a broken ankle or broken arm would make our face, the skin on our face and our body change? Okay, yeah, that is broken. But who would have thought the whole thing would change? And what happens in the trauma, whether it's long-term, short-term, no matter what, even a cold, COVID, whatever it is out there, all of our healing goes to that. It's not important is our nails, our skin, that's, and that's what we look at to make ourselves feel better. You put on your makeup thinking, I'm going to, I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel I need to put a little bit of makeup on. You think, oh oh gosh, I actually look worse because your skin has changed. You just need to readdress it, and it's not a major change. It can be just little tweaks here and there. And one of the major ones, which is kind of nice because we're contouring in a few minutes, one of the major ones is your blush, because a lot of times when you are not well, the color drains from your face. Yeah. Even those of us who have high coloring cheek, and the blush color that I would normally put on would be like a brownie coloring. And I found that since I have been going through my chemo and everything, I have to go through yours, which is a completely not, is foreign and alien to me completely. It may change and things like that. So I would love to do another one of those with you if you don't mind, because I functional at the end of when we finished it, because it just shows you with a little, for example, using a blue mascara and maybe a blue or gray liner color can lift your eyes, get the whites looking a little bit whiter, even though anything, it just gives the illusion. So it's all of those kind of things. The sound is breaking up a little bit, and somebody else says the sound is now fine.
Okay, I think we just need to go with it and just see what happens, because I don't really know what else to do. But if we do that, I think we just need to conquer Facebook, because the irony is it works so well when we practice.
Well, do you know what? A friend live on Facebook, and he does it the same. He has Facebook. He has 3 phones, and he was saying that he is struggling with the Facebook. He keeps on saying, "Hear me." No one can see and hear him, and it's really frustrating. I listen to him on Instagram, but you know.
Right, so we're going to do that. One thing we have both noticed is that we've both gone down 2 shades in foundation. So do you want me to whistle through what I've done already, Ariane?
Go ahead, and then I'll talk about what I've gone through.
Okay, and then if you could just look at the questions whilst I do, because I can't see anything here. So what I've done, ladies, is I have just put on a basic makeup. So I have used Ariane's Hydrating Foundation Primer, which is just like applying silk to your face. That's the only way I can describe it. I don't think I'll ever use another primer. I have used her, this is a sample she sent me, her Firming Concentrate for the eyes. I normally use a medium stick foundation and normal foundation. I am down to light. I have gone down 2 shades because if I just come a bit closer, if I put my normal shade on, I just look orange. That's the thing that I noticed about being poorly. I have used my MAC Prep and Prime on my lips because Ariane hasn't got her act together to do one yet. And I have used my blonde eyebrow mascara. I have used my eyelash thickener. I have used my Miracle pen just underneath my eyes to cover up my dark circles and to use a foundation. I've used another black mascara because I don't know where I've put hers. And although I'm a lot more mobile than I was, it takes me a while to find things. And then what I've done is to try and keep a fairly natural look. And this is where Ariane can tell me whether I've gone very wrong or not. I haven't used her products. I've actually used 2 of Trini's products because before we were introduced to Ariane, I was Trinid. And to have a natural look, this is what the ladies recommended that I do. So it's the equivalent of Crystal Taupe. It's got a slightly darker shadow at the side. And then I've smudged sienna over the top. Do you think that's a good color for me to use, or does it just drain me and make me look tired?
No, it looks really like mix and match our makeup. So I'm all for mixing and matching makeup. I don't mix and match. I mix and match clothing, and I mix and match skincare. So why would people not me? You need to do that.
Well, I wouldn't buy it again, to be honest with you. I mean, I hate to slate the sainted Trini, but I'm not rating it myself. I'm using it because I'm using it up. I won't be going back.
It looks nice on you. So what I've done something similar to Sarah. I've eye cream on, which is my go-to. I have put my, I actually went for the hydrating foundation primer as well, because that is my go-to. I put on Flawless Finish foundation in fair. I used to be a medium. I am now fair. And exactly what you said, Sarah, I've gone more when I put the orange. And it's the same thing when I use a stick or something like that. I'm thinking, this is crazy. But I know makeup lessons, and I would see people turn really orange, and they had a foundation by a company where the woman had the foundation, and it was absolutely made for her. They mixed it. It was wrong. It was really orange. And she told me that she had been going through chemo and finished chemo. And because I do the breast cancer care fashion show every year, and I'm doing it again this year on May the 20th, not May, I'm excited. So I'm heading up the team there. But I know when I talk to the ladies there, foundation changes color. So I know it already. And I instruct the makeup artist not to think of how it would look if they changed it to orange. What would you need to match their body and their face? And that is the trickiest bit. So we'll talk about that. And what I've done is I've done my brows. I did the brow balm in brunette, and then in auburn, and I did underneath my eyes and on top of my eyelids with pen in medium. I'm still stuck with that one. That one hasn't changed color. And on my eyes, I did the topaz on my lid, and then I did the mystic graphite along. I did the eyelash primer the same as you, and then I did my vegan mascara because I love. Why we're talking about contouring, which I'm going to change it. I think we should rather than contouring, because soon as women of our age group think of contouring, we think Instagram, YouTube, all of those things. And they've got all over the place, and it looks really scary. And then they all look the same.
Yes. And shiny. They look as though they're sweating.
One from the other. When my daughter shows me something, I don't know who the person is. Are the Kardashian girls, or is it this person? They all look the same. They look almost like. Pointy
chin.
I love unique because I think that we are all unique, and I think it is wonderful. Not something look like we've come out of a cookie mold or whatever, like an assembly. We don't all look the same anyway. So for me, why I feel that things are sort of beneficial for us as we get older. Is not because we want to look like this. With a little bit of shading, we can lift our cheekbones. We can get rowdy bit that we all get, all of us. That is like a given. So sometimes we can't go
paper clips
walking around like that.
Oh God, I've just lost a decade, Ariane. Look at me. But I've got that pointy chin. I never had a pointy chin.
Well, I have to tell you something funny. I was doing I was doing Lorraine Kelly's show back in the 90s, and we were making people over, and this one lady, she needed the person that she needed a lift. So we had these things that they used on stage where they put like the lifts in every hot August day, and we were pre-recording it, and she was under hot studio, and in the 90s, no one in the UK knew what air conditioning was, and blowing at her feet. And as we were progressing, this poor woman, her face started, and the things that were holding this in place just went. We can laugh now. I was horrified. And I had to go in and fix it, and we had to really film quickly because it was the heat, the sweat, her melted down. So we don't want any of that. But there are areas that really make a difference, so that we don't look like we're tired, that we have more lifted cheekbones without having to have cheek implants or anything like that. It lifts our jawline, and at the end of apply our creams or whatever we do at night, and we're good to go. And one day, hey, you don't have to do it. I mean, I don't do it every single day. I mean, I don't put my makeup on. I'm quite shocked when they hear me say that, but
I think they know that, Ariane, because I think we do. If anybody's watching that live on Tuesday, I think it's quite obvious. Neither of us put on our makeup every day.
No, too is well. We did a little chit chat in our pajamas on one Saturday, so we didn't put that out live though. Anyway,
I've just put this on because we don't put our heating on either.
I've got a thermal vest on.
Thermal vest, little collar insert, jumper. The gilet just had to go on. It's getting a bit parky here.
Yeah. I'm the same. Our heating isn't on either, so I've got my thermal leggings on underneath, and then I've got my thermals underneath, and I've got my top on, which is fine. You know,
Ariane, who is that amazing woman you've introduced me to? Katie?
Oh, Katie Brindle. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness me. Everybody follow Katie Brindle. I love her.
I love her. I mean, it sounds a little strong. I'm not. I just think she speaks with such passion, with such good sense. That she says, I actually agree with what she's doing. I have no, she knows what she's talking about, and I have not been gifted any of her stuff, and the results I see with her stuff, fantastic. I love it. Like her, good. I'm really, really glad.
Oh, thank you so much. I did that super creepy thing and messaged her and told her how much I loved her. I just thought you need to know, because I started doing Qigong in my early 30s, and everybody then just laughed at me. I mean, they just thought that I was off with the fairies. My friend Becky and I, we used to do 3 hours of Qigong and Tai Chi every Wednesday evenings. It saved my sanity. I was the strongest I have ever been. And nobody would have messed with me because the energy came from here. And you reach out, and if you hit somebody, you're not hitting them with your fist, you're hitting them with your core. But then we moved to Norfolk, and the only person who taught Qigong here, I could have taught them a bit, and I haven't done any since.
Oh,
you can now do it on YouTube, so I'm starting again.
Yeah, no, I've done it, and I started doing it, and for me, apparently, it's really, really good because it doesn't put any strain joints in your body.
No, none.
It's very fluid.
You are so strong doing it. So strong.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love all of that kind of stuff. I'm a huge believer in oils and all those kind of things that we've kind of gone away from, but we're slow because they're really important. And I'm hopefully going to have a friend of mine who does, and she was a skeptic, and she is now she's a convert, and she knows something about that they did this. They've been doing these clinical with Alzheimer's and dementia, and how essential oils are really beneficial dementia and Alzheimer's. So, hey, who would have known? And this is the big gun. Whatchamacallit, the American Medical Board or whatever. That's it. So they're all of those kind of people. They're looking at it. So it's good. Anyway, so
we've moved away from contouring.
Got off on a tangent, but that's okay. If you watch, really funny because she does that as well, and then she goes, "Well, I have to get back to that." And I'm thinking, I do that all chat. We do that all the time. So it's how we women exchange. It just comes into our mind, and it doesn't derail us. It just takes us down. We come back. So it's yeah, very nice. Okay, so shading / contouring. We are not talking about what we were saying, the stripes. What we're going to do for your face shape and my face shape, there, where you place it on, not everyone is the same. So somebody who's got a more roundy face, like making it more on an angle, you've got more of a rectangular across like this. Someone who has more of a square face, they're going to bring it and someone who's got a heart-shaped face, you're not going to touch it because you don't need it.
You don't need it.
No, because a heart-shaped face has got these high cheekbones. Even as they age, they're not going to. You look at those women. There's a model. I think her cheekbones that you could like put plates on, and she's stunningly beautiful. She's always looked like that. There hasn't been yes, she's aged and she's got wrinkles, but she looks still so gorgeous. So so I've shown up with contour. So what you're going to do is you can use either a foundation, you can use a cream bronzer, a powder bronzer, or you can use a contour duo like we've got. What I would say to people is where I wouldn't contour is why I don't do that is because I blow my nose, I sneeze, and I think around with my face for hours. But where I do it, and I'll do it with two different types of products. Let me get the tawny out here. That's what I want.
Sorry, I'm just reaching over because everything's back to front here now.
Right, okay,
organised.
So I'm going to just show you. So you can do it with a variety. You don't have to use just one product, and you most likely people will have something that will suffice if they want to do an experiment.
So am I using this?
You're going to use that.
Yeah.
Oh, here. I'm sat here in my car, but it's cold here. I got to totally get that. Oh. They're saying you should sleep my sleeping bag trouser suit. I am loving that one. That is a good idea. Definitely. Let me just tuck my hair behind a little bit. So you can use, this is a bronzer. Using the bronzers or anything like that, they don't have too much shimmer in them, because some bronzers glow on your face. They have a bit of shimmer. You don't want to have really much shimmer. This is mine. And it's my favorite. You can see how well used this one is. This is the creme caramel. I've got the passionate pink, but I would have to add to this now that my skin is a pinky color to this, because this makes me look too orange.
Right.
Like I look drawn and tired. Okay. Let me grab the other one here that I use quite a bit. Let me open that up. That is the More Than Bronzer. See, I can do the bronzer bit in this little section, and then a little bit of that pinky color then. And then this other one that I'm going to show you is the foundation's tawny, and you can use you can see anywhere that you go into, like that, to the high street, or you can get these kind of sticks, or you can get they even sell them. My daughter will not have, if I say, oh well, I've got a contour thing that will work. No, I want to buy one, but she buys the less expensive one, and she's looking at one. Like, there's lots of things out there, so I'm not saying you have to get mine. It'll use the technique. So what you would do is you would put on your foundation. So I've got no lips on at the moment, the lip thing that you're talking about. And then you would do, okay, so for my face shape, I would have to do, you see that? I'm going right underneath my cheekbone. And you can feel, I know some ladies say, I don't have cheekbones. We all have cheekbones. So you just need to feel where they are. So your jaw is, and there. Yeah. So for you, Sarah, you're going to go across, you're going to go this way.
Right, so I'm going to go across, and you've sent me some of your tawny, so do I do it with my fingers?
You can do it with your finger. You can just dip your finger in there, or if you've got a little...
Or a brush?
Yeah, a little brush. And then I'm also going to do. You can see now I do have stripes on my face, right? I don't put it on my forehead because I think, you know, if I put it on my forehead and I have a fringe, you don't have to do that.
Am I doing this too high and too straight across?
Nope. No, it's fine. You can stop there, and then you're going to do it along your jawline as well. And that's
just above it, just here.
Yeah, you're going to try to aim at that pouchy bit.
This bit here.
Yeah. Going to blend that because obviously
I look like a Native American now. And
look
now I blend it in.
Yeah, look at when you blend it in. But you see how this is because I've gone through the chemo medication stuff. I need to now put on a pinky to orangey colored. I need to see what I'm doing. Sorry.
Oh my God!
What?
Look!
I know. It's good.
It's actually lifted it. It's lifted it.
Yeah, it is an who doesn't mind an optical illusion? But like I said, if this what you're looking for is a color that is slightly darker. So you know what is really good? And I don't have it. Oh, do I have it here with me? No, I don't. Darn. My concealer palette, the darker palette.
Yeah.
Because when I originally created the concealer palette, it was called the Conceal and Contour. I got rid of contour because everyone was saying, "Oh, we don't want to contour," because they were thinking of those stripy things, and I thought, okay, well, it does contour and it works really well because you can use the highlight. I'm going to see if I can hold on. Let me go one, and you can blend your jawline as well. I do that. I'm going to just grab it quick.
I mean, obviously, this is my first attempt, so it's not perfect. But if I just look here and here, it has visibly lifted it. And with a bit of practice, I think I would get a lot better.
Yeah. So with the concealer palette,
I can't believe it.
Color, you see how that goes on like that?
Yeah.
You can use the darker color especially if you don't want something that's too dark. But what it does is it just gives your jaw. You can then, if you want, add a lighter color to highlight in a minute as well. Is it the light? Double check, make sure I don't put the wrong color on. So then you can.
So what would a lighter color be? You've sent me sand, or you've sent me fair? No, you've sent me sand, or you've sent me light.
Do sand.
Sand, okay. And where do I do that?
Do light.
Do light, okay.
So you're just going to put that in there. And
is that underneath the brown or on top?
Yeah, underneath in that gap here. In the gap between the brown and the brown. I know people they go, oh, this is such a faff. And we're showing you the cream powder version. I think the powder version is much quicker and much easier, which is my normal go-to. So that go, you know what? I hate putting powders on my face. So I want to show you all of your options, just one. Now I've got the hiccups. It's not good. Yeah. And you see how look how that lifts.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look as good on this camera because I'm on a web camera rather than my good phone one. But when I'm looking in the mirror, my face has definition.
Yeah.
You know, this is sort of squarer and it's not blobby like this one.
It just gives that illusion of a look. I mean, you can do facial exercises, facial yoga. You can. Yeah. I have trouble with consistency with those kind of. So from my point of view, I can, but then I will stop after. So,
yeah, but you know, we can all. I've got that machine that lifts it. I spent about 200 quid on, and I use once in a blue moon. I mean, we all do these things.
I've used mine years, and I spent the same. And I'm like, I really need to use it because my friends that use it, but it's when do I you know, when you're busy and you've got things to do, you want to relax sometimes. You don't want to be constantly on. Right. So then the next thing you want to do is you can blush on, and you can use any blush again. Let me grab. I'm using a little teeny bit of this one here, which is the Whisper blush, and I'm going to just.
And do I put that over the brown or over where I normally would do it?
Where you would normally do it. So that it gives a nice. Now I've used a mineral powder one. It's absolutely fine. You can do whatever you.
Yeah, I've used a mineral powder one as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Again, it's not one of yours because I normally would never wear anything this pink. Never. But I have to at the moment. My makeup I'm having to change because my normal blusher just goes orange.
And that's why I sent you the Passionate Pink. I knew when I sent you the palette, that one, you would look at that pinky color going, ooh, that's just right. It isn't you then, it is you now, but that doesn't mean it's time. Okay, so that's the thing. So I'm going to use a little bit of under eye and face brightener just here just to blend that all in.
Okay, so I've got some, but it's not yours. It's an old Laura Mercer one. Should I do the same?
Do exactly the same.
And I go down the side of my nose and where else?
And along the tops of your cheekbone, because you don't need to have a shimmery one, but if you want, we can do that later. But it is just to show you, this is a cream version, powder version as well. And I'm actually going to do it. You're going to do it with I'm actually going to do it with my More Than Bronzer in the rose. I'm going to grab my brush.
I hope you can all see the difference from my camera because when I'm looking in the mirror, it really is noticeable.
Yeah, I can see it, and I can, we're not very.
My face is on the half now.
All right, so now on the other half of our faces, we're going to do so you can see. And the way I have my powders milled, then powders that, you know, when you're saying, oh, I can't wear powder because I'm getting older and it will dry out my skin. So I would normally steer clear of powders, but I like the ease of a powder. High coloring and rosacea. If I put too many creams on, it lifts off, and I can't. So for those of us who have got high coloring and we need to use a powder, I've made it sit on our faces, which is great. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your darker color in pink, and I'm going to take these two ones here, these two.
Yeah.
Ones. Yeah. And it on the other side. That's the other side. So I'm going to go along here. This is the right kind of color for me at the moment because this is my go-to at the moment. Went with this one and left it on its own, but that is going to be too orangey for me. So, and you see how that's
so do that underneath my cheekbone, and then along the jawline again.
Yeah. You want to put it around here if you've got any sort of, I have it like a double chin going on here as well. So, yeah,
I'm just down to 2 at the moment.
I don't like it. I hate it when I get lighting and I get caught with the camera and it looks like I got like several going on there. Using the pinky kind of color. You're just going to pop that on the apples of your cheeks.
So this is like a blusher, the pinky one?
Yeah.
Same place I would put the blusher or in between?
Yep. No, the same. You know when you did your blusher on the other side,
Yeah,
where
just
you put it
there.
on the apples of your cheek.
Yeah.
And see, I just found that they're similar, but they're not cream and the powder. Now, obviously, I tried to match the colors as closely as possible. And that's a little bit hard to do when you're doing one cream and one powder. Now, I find that I don't have to go in with a lighter color. But what I like to do is if I want to put a little, now I'm going to use, this is a new product coming out, so I'm sharing with you guys. This is this, let me show you. This, to me, I had to make this. And you need to show people what it looks like when you make one of those witches that bubble, toil and trouble. And then this is how it's come out. So I'm going to pop a little bit of that there on my hand. And then I'm just going to pop a cheekbone. And it just adds that softness. Yeah, that's
Okay.
And you can use the shimmer. You can use the glow, the powder glow.
Glow, I've got the glow here.
Yeah.
So do I do this with a slightly bigger brush then?
Small brush as well. When we
small brush as well, right?
We've been led told that we should be using big brushes for bronzer, blusher, and all of those kind of things. Powder everywhere, and which is probably the reason people go, ooh, powder when I go down that road, because it's too heavy for me. So I'm just do this here on my nose. On my
I'm glowing.
Yeah. On the tops of your cheekbones, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I put it everywhere. Actually,
Yep.
that probably was a mistake.
On the tops of your
put it on the top of my cheekbones.
Yeah, just on the tops of your cheekbone, because you just want that, because then it doesn't go into any fine lines or wrinkles or anything like that. It just kind of reflects and it sort of bounces the light.
Yeah, I can
away.
see that actually. I have rather overdone it, but I can see the principle.
Yeah.
I've now got that sweaty look.
Yeah, okay, so look, and you don't want that sweaty look.
No.
What did you apply your foundation with?
With this brush.
Okay, take that brush.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good thing, because sometimes, I mean, myself included. So what you're going to do is you're going to just dab it over the bits that you don't, just dab. Is that working?
Yeah, it's taking it down. Taking it down.
So you don't have to think, oh, I've got to take this off. And just with a little bit of that, you can just ease it off, which is really nice.
Yeah, that looks, oh, good. I look gorgeous. I haven't looked this good for ages. Just need to get my hair sorted out.
But isn't it going to pick you up? And they lift your face. So if you've got a round face like mine, not too far, you don't want to come into here, because otherwise you look like you're in a grumpy mood. You don't want to do that. A rectangular or oblong face shape, like Sarah does, you want to bring it this face. Now, petite means if you've got some people, they've got just these cute little tiny faces to give your face width. Okay, so that's what Sarah's doing. Sarah's giving her face width. If I gave myself a football head, which we don't want.
What about my miracle pen? Do I use that? Because I haven't used it on my grumpy lines yet, or do I not bother?
Yeah, I use it on my grumpy lines, and we're going to keep that as well. Because remember, you asked me, you said something about the pouty lips or something. When we for now, I can't remember.
Trout lips. I tell you what, Ariane, what I like about this is if we hadn't been gassing about nothing in particular, this contouring would have taken about 30 seconds.
Oh, it doesn't take very long. And it takes less long. I do the powder version. Bing, bing, bing.
It's bish bash bong, which is wonderful.
The cream one is a little bit more. You have to think about it. But if your skin needs to give you that option, because I think, if you're told that you can only do one thing, that's not very fair. One thing. And if it's simple, then we're going to do it. If it's complicated, we're going to go, not going to happen. Okay. So for lips. Now, I love the fact that you say that you cream on your lips. I advocate that all the time, because this area here gets the same almost as, I mean, as the underneath the eyes. It gets here. Even if you're not a smoker, I was saying that people who purse their lips with straw because they don't want to damage their teeth, you're going to get not good. So what we want to do is take your mineral pen, which is the one that you have. I'm going to grab which one is this. I have a new product coming out. It's a lip oil, and it's like a prep and prime for your lips.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I know it's taking me a long time.
And will it stop bleeding? Because that's why I use a primer. It's obviously because I wear bright red lipstick. It bleeds.
The lipstick from bleeding, but
yeah, the oil will it stop your lipstick bleeding?
It's not an oil. It's not a greasy oil. It's a very nice oil. So I'm going to. You can be my guinea pig.
Are we doing this all the way underneath now?
Underneath. What you're doing is you're giving your lips light reflection. Now, it doesn't have to be companies like Touche Club. Before I did mine, I used to use theirs. And what that does, it makes your lips look bigger already. And then you're going to take your lip liner. Now, depending on how much or how much your lipstick, I would suggest using something like an invisible lip pencil.
Okay.
Which is absolutely, and you're going to put it, you're going to use it almost like a lip wax that goes above the lip.
So do you want me to do, I've got red, or I've got your neutral lip liner. It's called Naked. Yeah. Which one do you want me to line with?
Yeah, not yet. If you have,
okay.
I wish I'd tell you. This is the invisible one. This has no color whatsoever. Great on any matter if you're lighter or darker. It makes no difference. But as long as if you're somebody that finds that those fine lines, you can use it with or without the mineral pen. You can use its own. You don't have to buy into the whole thing about making your lips look big, full lips, but they still have that issue where the lipstick bleeds.
Yeah.
So they highlighter around their lips. But you're going to put that lip. You can see where I'm putting it.
Yeah.
I was doing it like coloring in. It's like it, but it's on the outside, and that stops. I'm going to quickly prep my lips with this little bit of this lip oil. Right. It doesn't feel greasy or anything like that. It's really. Now we're going to go in with the lip pencil. You can use whatever lip pencil you want. I am going to go color. I think I'm going to go in with the Neapolitan.
I'm going to go in with the red because my neutral lipsticks are not working for me at the moment, whereas red still gives me that pop of color. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with the red.
With our lip pencils. Now I use a lip pencil as a lipstick as well because I like the fact that it doesn't shift. It stays on. The only reason I put the lip oil on is to give you could use a plain lip balm, or you can use what Sarah used, which is her MAC. Yeah, you can use that. It's completely up to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to go on the outside edge of your lips, not on the outside edge.
Am I going to go straight across the Cupid's bow, or am I going to put it in?
I quite like a little bit of a Cupid's bow. It's completely up to someone. My great aunt in Paris used to always Cupid's bow like that. And for me, when I used to watch her do that, it always made her a little bit too theatrical. And so it kind of put me off. But that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It didn't work.
And am I infilling the bottom too? Or am I just infilling the top at the moment?
No, I'm doing the bottom too.
Okay.
Now I'm doing it one side where I am going on the outer edge of my, on this side, the way a lot of women do it, where they put it on the inside, lips look smaller. So I'm going to show you both ways. I'm not going to get Sarah to do that. Sarah's going to just look gorgeous. But I'm going to look, and I want to show you the reason why, so you can see, I'm not just saying to do this because or to say, it actually does make a huge difference. So how's that for you? I can't see very well. Yeah. And you see how that just, yeah, and it just get, oh, that's gorgeous. Right. And it's a blue red. So you always choose blue red. If you choose a blue red, it gives again the illusion that your teeth look whiter.
Yeah.
And it's not actually that you've had illusion. If you go for an orangey red, you have to be careful that doesn't make your teeth look. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side, the way not to do it.
Look for my lipstick so that I can actually put my lipstick on, because obviously I was so well arranged. Now I can't find anything. Oh God. Right, so having said I've got lots of lipsticks. I do wear more of an orange red in the summer. Not hugely so, but it is marginally so.
But that's usually because your skin is a little bit more bronzed, and you can use those bronzy colors. The outside atmosphere is the light outside is a more warm, and in the winter we've got that blue light, and the blue light when it goes to orange because it's on the opposite spectrum. So if you did a color wheel, blue and orange are opposite.
Take my glasses off.
Look at my lip. This is where I followed inside on the inside edge. This is where I did it on the edge, not outside a clown's mouth, but you can see the difference. I'll shut up for a second.
It's very, very obvious, the difference. Very, very clear.
It is. And it's such an easy thing to fix. It's not scary because you're the lip line. You're actually going on the lip line. So I'm going to fix this so it evens it out.
I've just suddenly thought, I don't know if we're recording this. This is the first time we've ever done a duo thing on Restream. So it could just be disappearing into the ether. Oh no, I think I can share it on Facebook when it's finished. No, I don't think we have to panic about this. And I think it's going live on YouTube as well, which would be great.
That's great.
So, yeah. If we could just work out the sound, this restreaming malarkey would be great.
Now I've evened them out. Because I've gone on the outside, but the outer edge, and it just makes your lips look fuller. Because I know that my lips, if I'm in a grumpy mood like that, my lips, but they've got those kind of, and they have a lip brush here somewhere. If I wanted to.
Oh, that's clever.
So now I've used, I've used lip oil, but you don't need to do that. But the lip pencil now is going to stay put. It's not going to, it's more long lasting than a lipstick. And because if you've used like your prep and oil or a lip balm, your lips are hydrated. So they don't, and so it's a really easy way, and you can do it with any of the pencils, any pencil that you've got. So if you're a nude, because you're much more comfortable with a nude lip, you can do it with a nude lip. You can
That's
do
what I tend to do, actually, is I just use your pencil. And I know it's the wrong way round, but I put your pencil on and then I use the prep and prime and it smudges it to make it look like a lipstick. So that, because I can't find a nude lipstick that I like, really, that's what I tend to do. I mean, I have got one or two that I wear, but yeah, I'm not that enthralled with them.
I didn't even think of doing it that way. That is, you see, I come on here and I learned something. But that's really good to do it that way. If you're going to do it, you absolutely, because you've conditioned your lips as well. So it's really good.
Well, thank you, Ariane. I can't tell you, I just am slightly overwhelmed. I honestly have not looked and felt this good for months. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. We've had a chat about doing our own version of a twinning. I think we're going to start doing it in March, aren't we, Ariane?
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to select an outfit, and then Ariane is going to select a lip, a blush, and an eyeshadow, aren't you, to go with it? So we haven't thrashed out the complete plans yet, but that's just something that we're going to kick off in March. And we've had a tremendous feedback. And I think it's going to be really popular with everybody.
Well, I think the reason why is, you get a new outfit and you think, I've branched out to a new color or something like that. Or, I've makeup, and it kind of, it doesn't look awful. I'm not going to ever say that. But sometimes it just doesn't enhance as well as it can. And I know that I've done this kind of thing when I've done live Instagram or Facebook, but when I've been in store and doing things for various companies before and it really makes a difference if you can just maybe, sometimes it's just changing a lipstick, sometimes it's just throw out everything and start from scratch. It's let's try a little bit into what we've already got. So they're not going to break the bank.
No, and we're going to kick off in March, and we're both going to do a special offer to kickstart our new project, but we just need a month or so to work it out. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining us this evening, as usual. Do you know, if we could conquer technology, we would rule the world, wouldn't we?
Somebody said that Jen says I keep breaking up. I'm really, I've got full bars of internet and everything. I don't understand. So my apologies to anybody who couldn't hear me very, very well. Hopefully.
We did what we did. So hopefully, we'll try and have another go at doing it on Facebook. But at least with this restream, we got in front of you, ladies. Join us at Artichoke tomorrow at 4:30 for the start of our Jeans Week. This is going to be a very, very special week. Ariane has already started twirling for us. And we've got Annabelle and Grace twirling for us. And we've got Laurie from Vanity and me twirling for us. So we've got a week of twirling. Donna's twirling. Ellie's twirling. And Kim is twirling. The only person who's not twirling is me. I'm shuffling.
Hey, but can I just say, you haven't paid me to say this or anything. Like, sent me those jeans to try on. I remember looking at them when they came out of the bag. I'm like, at me, they're going to look awful. They're going to be uncomfortable. And Ria's going, try them on, Mom. Okay, I'll try them on. But I'm sure. And I said, I feel so bad because, Sarah put them together. And it was like, oh my gosh, these look amazing. Yeah. And I've never, that's the first pair of jeans I've worn since the early 80s, a long time ago.
As Ellie says, virtually every week, it's about time you started listening to Donna and Sarah.
Well, Donna, my hat goes off to you. How you could guess from just a picture of me. Wow. Wow. It's such a clever thing.
It's because we're the dream team. We don't listen to each other, though.
No, but you guys are so clever. I think that's that is a real talent to be able to look at someone and say, I think you're going to be. There's no way I could.
Yeah, but you do it with makeup, Ariane. It's
Yeah,
the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I would never have created this face in a month of Sundays if you hadn't told me how to do it.
Yeah.
Never.
So I think that.
And I think we've been
I
rambling
get
on
that,
forever now. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Oh my God.
Okay, we better go because I'm sure people want to go and have their dinner.
Right. I think I know how to end stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Actually, no, it says 55:36 here, so I don't really know what's happening. Thank you, ladies, for your patience. One of these days, Ariane and I will learn how to use Facebook and be able to do it, but clearly not today. Have a lovely weekend. See you tomorrow at 4:30, ladies, for our June special. What are you doing next, Ariane?
I'm going to go to in London, so I'm going to do my makeup. I'm using green tomorrow. I'm wearing a green outfit, and I'm going to try to video that and put it on and see if anyone likes it. So favorite color. It is my favorite color. So yeah.
And remember to do my voiceover for the second video.
I'm going to do that tomorrow morning.
Cool. You're dismissed. Thank you very much indeed. See you later. Bye-bye.